Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Call Halayim Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And as always, it's an honor and privilege to continue to do this work. It's from RT.com. This is Iran test fires newest anti-ship missile during Indian Ocean drills. As you see the clip, playing on the screen, you know, the Most High is putting a spirit in these scientists for uh, whatever respective nation that they represent to uh, enhance their war capabilities, which is all part of prophecy. But I'm going to quickly read this article. It says the Iranian military has tested a new home-built anti-ship cruise missile. Now, if you are familiar with the theater, I'll say, of the Middle East in that region, in which you got the United States over there in the Persian Gulf, and through their rhetoric over the past, I'll say, more than a decade even, they have attempted to pretty much put a chokehold on the Iranian economy, through blockades, naval blockades, and sanctions, you know. And with that, Iran has been going through maybe like their own little technology revolution, building more and more advanced technology as far as like drones, aircraft, missiles, so on and so forth. As they say that their war or military doctrine is one of defense, to defend against whom? You so-called white people, you Edomites, man. You know, it says successfully hitting a naval target during drills in the Indian Ocean. The new munitions are said to boost a range of at least 280 kilometers. The large-scale drills, dubbed Ramadan Martyrs, were held in the northern part of the Indian Ocean and in the Sea of Oman. Footage of the exercise released by state media on Thursday shows multiple cruise missiles launched from ground-based and ship-borne launchers. The imagery also shows a missile scoring a solid hit on a floating dummy target. The targets are said to have been around 280 kilometers from the launchers. The munitions used during the drills have been described by Iranian military officials as next-generation weapons. The successful test is a sign of significant progress and increasing cohesion between the armed forces and defense industry. Iran's Army Rear Admiral Habibullah Sayari has said calling the missiles a promising step in enhancing defense and deterrence power. Because all these nations are protecting themselves of Esau, who Esau ruled these nations with a continual stroke, man. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4 says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, which we know the modern day, what's the word? We'll just say the modern day king of Babylon is the president of the United States, man. It says, and say, how have the oppressors ceased, the golden city ceased. Yahweh have mingled, Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked. Because when you think about a staff, you think of a ruler having a staff in his hand, especially when you deal with these old medieval type of movies, or during that time when you had it took place, a movie, The Kingdom of Heaven, you'll have like a ruler or a king will have a staff which represented power. Now, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. So the power of the wicked is being broken, man. And that wicked that's being broken is the so-called white man, because you see even the whole creation pretty much is coming against this devil, man. It says, in the scepter of the rulers, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Yeah, so he goes to war every chance he gets. And that's the whole gripe that you see going on in the media right now between Donald Trump and I believe his name is Michael Bolton, which wrote a book, you know, and Donald Trump's response was that the reason why he got rid of him was because he was so hell bent on bringing America into another major war, which America hasn't had less than, I'll say, 3 decades of peace since it came into existence, man. You know, if that. So that's what Esau is all about. He's all about war, you know, beating these nations with a continual stroke. So therefore, they have to take countermeasures to defend themselves, man. Which Esau doesn't even appreciate these nations having the technology and capability to defend themselves against his tyrannical reign, man. It says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Yeah, because eventually the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah is going to be put on these nations, and they're going to shoot their thermonuclear missiles on America, man. And even Yahweh Shah's army is going to be shooting their weapons on America. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, you know? So when that day happens, just like you saw on 9/11, you had people all around the world saying death to America and rejoicing and singing. Why is that? Because of that continual stroke. All these nations have a story to tell about Esau coming in and rape, robbing, and murdering, man. You know, and the planet, the creation is sick. The creation groaneth because of the rule of the wicked. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, beat your plowshares and the swords. So the spirit that is being put on these nations is to make their military war machine, man. You know, whether it's new fifth generation fighters or new generation missiles or combat garments, you know, new Teflon bulletproof vests or whatever, dragon skin. The Most High's putting in their mind to make these things because there's going to be another world war. It says, in your pruning hooks and the spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which that's Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment, you know, which is in the Saudi Arabia. It's going to be in the Saudi Arabian Middle Eastern region, you know. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh was near in the valley of decision. Yeah. So we know that World War III because we know it because we believe it. Because we believe these scriptures. We know that World War III is coming quickly. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. It says the second woe is past, which that woe, which you hear a lot about going on in the news. And I think Russia either had or is going to have or is preparing for their Victory Day parade concerning World War II, man. So World War II has already passed, but what does it say? It says, and behold, the third woe. So there's going to be a third war. And it says it's coming quickly, you know? And it just so happens that Iran and Russia are going to be big players big actors in that war, man. You know, and I'm just gonna get to the point. This is Ezekiel 38 verse 4. It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia is another name for Iran, man. Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." Yeah, so what are they doing? They're preparing. They're preparing for war. You know, all these nations. That's why you're seeing them doing military tests with these new weapons or flying new jets and aircraft and so on and so forth, man. Because they're preparing for World War III right before you people's eyes, man. Here it is, you're worried about all these seasons concerning sports popping off, not knowing that these missiles are going to start to be popping off, man. And with that, I hope at least one brother elect is edified. I'm going to say shalom.